Angel Nieves is a former NYPD detective and says...
The late photographer, journalist Ada Steward. Nice to see you, Ada.
Thanks for having me, Dad.
All right, here we are. I am Ada Stewart along with Angel Nieves, and our surprise guest tonight is another Nieves. We are surrounded by snow, and you're going to say, what? Well, for those of you who don't speak Spanish, it means, Nieves means snow, or plural in Spanish. So we have Angel Nieves, and then we have Ada Nieves, no relation to Angel Nieves, who is going to be our guest tonight. But that being said, I just want to give you a little intro about Ada, and Angel's going to run some videotape. Ada is unique. And why is she unique? Because she designs clothes for pets. Not just regular clothes, but clothes that celebrities buy. Expensive clothes. Clothes for birthdays, clothes for pet weddings, clothes for special occasions. Fantastic clothes, and she's been doing this for 20 years, so it's not something that she just woke up one morning and said, oh, I think I'm going to do this on a whim. It's a passion, it's a dedication, it's a career, and Angel's going to show you some tape which details what she does. Wow. How many ways can you say adorable? Not enough. And I can tell Ada there, now that's adorable. And I can tell that you designed these clothes with a sense of humor. You designed these clothes with a lot of love. It's not just something that you say, well, this is what I'm going to do to pay the rent. This is something that you do with passion and with a lot of skill. And it's very clear with all of the celebrity photos where you are holding these pets with your design. So tell us a little bit how you got started. I know you've been doing this for 20 years, but where did you grow up, and what made you want to do what you're doing?
Where I grew up? Oh,
yes.
Wow. Well, I grew up in Puerto Rico. I was born in New York, but I grew up in Puerto Rico. And then my involvement in the animal industry, let's say, started late in life, like my 40s or something. I'm going to be 60. I'm very proud of it. So I'm not ashamed of saying that. I'm very proud that I'm going to be 60 soon. And then I've been in the pet industry for more than 20 years. And it all started because I wanted to do a puppy shower for my little chihuahua at that time that my husband has gotten me before he was going to Iraq, because he's a serviceman. And then so he got me the chihuahua, and then I made the first puppy shower in the city. And at that time, I did not have any friends in that area. I didn't know people that had dogs or cats or any animal. So, and I was doing it at a store that had popped up at the Lower East Side. And then I asked the owner to invite every chihuahua that went through the door, to invite them to the party. And little behold, I had 60 people at my party that I had no idea who they were, but we had the best time. And you can say kind of like my business started there, because I made the doggy cake and I made outfit for my little dog, and people, the people that came to the party were asking me where did I got all these things. I told them that I made them, and they were said they were interested, that they also thought on having parties for their dogs, but they never dared to do it, that they were embarrassed of what people would say or how they will be looked upon. And actually the store that I made the party for my vanilla at that time became my first client.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it just started out from something, so it sounds like you started out with no intentions of this turning into a business.
No, nothing that I do has been really intentional as a business. It's just that, I have been very lucky that I have gotten so much support, and I have been able to use that to advocate for animal rescue. And that's my goal. That's the target for me. I'm very lucky. I have my husband. He was in the service, and we're okay. So I use what I do to create attention on animal awareness, not just on dogs, on cats, on birds, on lizards, on spiders, on whatever you fancy, that you have as a pet. I think that we have to help people to be educated on what they can, what they can do and how they can have a pet, or, how they can go about it. And it's much more on the fact that there are so many pets that are abandoned, and they need help from us, from the ones that can do that. So I use that to help the rescues and all of that.
I'm just curious, do you know offhand how many pet fashion designers there are in the United States? I've never met one.
Well, there are many.
Really?
I would say that right now there are hundreds of pet fashion designers in the United States.
Really?
It was something, like I said, when I first started, it was new. No one was doing it. That of course, by me opening that door, then I got a lot of attention because of that. So I was invited to a lot of TV shows and the newspapers, and I recreated the Oscars. So I think that also gave an opportunity for other people to view another way where they could create a business for themselves, especially mothers or women that probably didn't have too much of an education, did not know what to do, but they're passionate, they love animals or children, and they were able to see that I did that. And I'm very proud to say, again, I'm proud of many things, but I'm also very proud to the fact that I was able to inspire other women to get into the business. And nowadays is I would say that it's a big pie in the in the business of the pet industry, and we have many designers, not only the United States. We are the precursors, the beginners of this, but now we have pet fashion designers in Guatemala, in Spain, in Italy, in all around the world. And all these other designers that I've been very lucky to meet and work with, they are using their talent not only to create a business where they can support themselves, but also to help the communities, to help bundle the communities, and to educate people in animals.
Now, do you have a large production facility, or you pretty much do all the sewing and the manufacturing yourself?
Well, it depends. I have some products that I have manufactured, outside of the United States. Unfortunately, the cost of manufacturing in America is not cheap, and sometimes you have to go, outside to be able to create some products and compete with the market.
Sure.
And a lot of another pieces, like what they like, what is called like couture.
Yeah.
So I make them myself. I am a crafter. I consider myself a crafter more than a designer, because I like to create not only outfits for dogs, but I like to create different products for the animals, things that I feel can be useful either for the animals or for the owners, because I have been able to do outfits for the moms or the dads of, that wants to dress up. I like to paint, I like to sculpt, and I like to do many things, many facets. I can divide myself in many things and just have fun with it.
Well, that's the key phrase, to have fun with it, because if you have fun with it, then it doesn't become a job.
Mm-hmm.
It's a creative process. It's a creative venture. So you dress all different animals, or primarily dogs and cats? In other words, has anybody ever said, "Oh, you know something? I would like a tuxedo for my turtle"?
Well, again, everything is an evolution. I started with dogs, and then I was doing the New York Fashion Show. We rescued a cat, and through that cat, I started working with the Algonquin Hotel that at that time was doing the Matilda birthday party, and then we started doing cat fashion shows. So I worked with that, did that many years too. And then along the way, I have dressed everything from a hamster that is like an 1 inch outfit to a camel that is, I don't know how many tons. Because I also were able to participate and help with the animals and Radio City for every Christmas spectacular for many years.
Yeah, I know that very well. I have photographed that.
So sometimes if you went to watch the show, one of the shepherds walking the camels was me.
Wow, that was for people who've never seen that. It's the only way I could describe it. The only way to describe it is if you were sitting in an audience and you were watching a big movie screen, and then somebody said, "Well, why don't you come up?" and you walk through the movie screen and you're actually in there. It's just, there's no way to describe it. The color, the lights, the pageantry, everything is just gorgeous, and
it's very magical. Very magical.
Yeah, I mean, they start that production as soon as, okay, so the production is as at Christmas time. As soon as that show closes, they start the production for the following year.
Yeah. And I have to say that the animals actually belong to Dawn Animal Sanctuary, upstate New York, and the funds that they get, the pay that they receive by participating in that show, help and support 600 rescue animals that they have in their sanctuary. So it's also an amazing cause. And like I said, so blessed to be able to participate and be able to, bring a little bit of me for the show and to care for the animals, to be in the show, to be able to, it took me years to be able to walk the camel because they choose you. So, and even more when they allow me to make one of the outfits that the camel needed at the time, they allow me to do one of the outfits. I was super thrilled.
How do you get, I guess from an engineering point of view, how do you create the outfits to prevent the animal from taking it off? Well, in other words, I have a cat, and I think that if I wrapped a scarf or something around my cat, she would do everything to get rid of it.
Yes. Well, it takes, you have two aspects that have to work together on to be able to create that process. One, as an owner, you have to show your animal that nothing wrong is going to happen, and make it as a fun time, a bonding time for you and your pet, and relate that moment to something that the animal is going to feel trust and happy about, right? So you can do it by giving it treats every time that you're going to try it, or you can do it by whenever they're going to wear it, it's time to go out the door to have some fun. You have to find, and I say as an owner, each individual is different, so you have to find what works for you and your pet. And then me as a designer, I have to help you finding, let's say, fabrics that are comfortable to the skin of the animals, first of all, because every animal, every pet has a different type of skin or hair. long hair, short hair. So you have to look for fabrics that are going to work with the skin of the animal. Then there are different patterns that you use. Some that are very basic that most of the designers know as the apron type, because it's just closing around the neck or closing around the chest with the Velcro, very basic. So it doesn't restrict movement on their legs, so they don't feel tight. So it's very basic. So it feels almost like a regular coat that you will put, or a little cape that you will put in top of the animal. So it's not going to make them feel restrained, let's say. Now, but with an animal that is more experienced, so you can go a little bit further, and then you can make outfits that are full bodies, and then they can have legs, and they can have ruffles, and they can have all the things that the animal already feels comfortable wearing, and it's gonna be fine. You're not gonna have any problem. And then each outfit is going to represent or project the personality of the owner. And usually, when you go in that area, so this is where you will not find the shy of heart. It's people that like to get attention and have fun with their animals, and I have to say, majority of the time, they are also very strong in advocating and helping other animals, because they love their animals so much that they provide these luxuries for them, right? Because it's a luxury that you provide them when you're getting like a nice bag and a beautiful leash and a beautiful dress, and you go out with your dog. But, so some people feel that it might think that it's a very shallow thing, but I think the contrary. I think that a person that does that for their own animal, when they go to the streets, they are projecting how an animal can live in your home, because you're only seeing the something very superficial, just the outfit, but it goes further than that. If you have a nice outfit, you're going to have a good nutrition, you're going to have a good diet, because your pet is going to eat the best. Yeah. So you're going to research on what is more nutritional for your animal, because you want your pet to last forever with you and have this fun and go everywhere. So your pet is going to be well fed.
That's a great point. That's a very
and then most important probably is that they're going to provide medical care. This is a pet that is going to see their veterinarian probably 2 or 3 times a year, not just once in a while when the animal is sick. They go for dentals, they go for spay and neuter, they go for just regular checkups, because they walk around the city and the owners don't want to bring any illnesses or bacteria to their houses, and they want to make sure that their pets are in top quality, in top shape, right? So they both can live healthy in their homes. And remember, New York City, it's a 24/7 with your animal inside an apartment. You don't have your animal in the backyard. You don't have your animal in another room. The animal lives with you 24/7. So to have an animal in good shape, health-wise, it's important, because it means that you're going to be healthy too. And then you have the other aspect, which is what? Socialization. This animal is getting socialized in the moment that it gets on the hands of the owner. Yeah. They're not going to be barking. They're going to be trouble. Listen, I always joke that I could go to a restaurant with my dogs, okay? And they will behave perfectly. They will stay in their bags or stay in my lap, and they won't bother, while the kids on the next table, the kids are jumping and going up their parents, everywhere. And my dogs are, impeccable. So, these are animals that are used to a different lifestyle. And all of that comes just on the fact that they are dressed up, just for that. So whenever we're going to do like an adoption, like for example, for the New York Pet Fashion Show, we always had rescues on the runway. And majority of these rescues, we dress them up. Why? Because we gave them a personality. So so when the people will look at their dogs, they will see more than a dog. They will see someone that's going to be their family member. And they have to provide for their family member, right? Because your children, They go to the doctor, you feed them well, you get them good clothing. So that's what you're going to do with your pet. Dog, cat, turtle, whatever animal. Because I have dressed even snakes. So, so you know, and I am not afraid of animals. I'm not afraid of animals. So I've done, listen, you know, we can talk, you know, for years for all the animals that I've been able to work with and advocate for. But I think that pet fashions have been a tool for people like me that want to advocate for animal rescue and use it, you know, to better the lives of not just of the animal but also people. Because at the end, you know, you have a pet that is at home that you're treating like you know, a family member, you're providing for them. But what's that gonna make in you? Happy, healthy. You know, you're living in you are at another level, and you're going to transpire that to others, and hopefully that same emotion that you're feeling, you're going to pass it to another person. That same passion, that same love, another person is going to catch from that, and it's going to create a chain reaction. Then more animals are going to be safe, and more animals are going to live better. You know, and you know, that's the goal. And listen, and I'll let you talk because I can forget it. I'll take over.
I think you're gonna let your cousin here jump in.
No, I'm like hopscotch. I'm trying to get into the rope, but let's talk about celebrity life. I see something here that you're with Dave Letterman with the guinea pigs.
Wait, actually, that's a rat.
That's a rat.
That's a rat. Yes.
Man, okay, I see it now. I thought it was a guinea pig from far.
No. You know the funny thing for that show, they called me because at that time I had a friend who was into rat competition. They have competition just like dog competition or cat competition. They have rat competitions. Yes, and then she had to go to Pennsylvania. She had to go to the States, and she wanted to bring that to New York. But she didn't know how, because obviously, you know, New York City, hello, rats are not viewed in the best of ways. So, and I thought, hey, let's do it. You know, if you have the people, you know, let's do a rat fashion show.
Oh my God!
So that will change the perspective. That will change the perspective on how they're viewed, which is very important. The first thing, and then, you know, let's take it for that to see what happened. Of course, it was the first rat convention. And we had a lot of fanciers. That's how they're called, fanciers. We had a lot of fanciers coming from many states, and it was recorded on film from different YouTube channels and some media that came. And because of that, one of the videos, I think at that time, and this is like 2011, went viral. And the people from David Letterman reached out to me, and they asked me to be in the show, which I was like, you know, I mean, I didn't faint for lack of time. Imagine, you know, I mean, hello, come from Puerto Rico, and I'm gonna be at the David Letterman show. Come on, you know, what are the chances of that? But anyway, and I'm going to be at David Letterman show with rats. Okay, it's not, you know, it's not like I'm gonna be there promoting a movie or promoting outfits. No, they want me to be there with rats, which I do not have as pets. So I have to talk to the people that have the rats, to lend me the rat, to come with me, so we can do the show. And then the person who did the video that caused the attention, I invited them to come with me. So it was a do or die, because that type of show, you don't know how it's going, what type of reaction it's going to have. People can hate it and hate you forever, or they can love you. And when I was very nervous, and I said, and then we started talking, discussing about the different rats and the breeds and stuff like that. And you know, people, I could hear the audience. They were so tense because nobody likes rats. They were like, ugh. So I grabbed one of the rats, and I put on a tutu dress, and I called her Tinkerbell. And when I put the thing, the little fruit rest into the rat, and I brought it out and I showed to the audience went bananas. They fell in love with the rat. You see, perception. That's what you need to.
Yeah.
The moment I saw the reaction of the public, I knew I had them in my pocket right there. So the show was easy breezy. David Letterman. The reason why they wanted to do the show with the rat is because David Letterman was a big hater. He was always talking about the rats, and it's very, it was seeing a different episode. He hated the rats in New York City. He was always talking about them, So, but if you can see in that photo, I was able to have him grab the rats. The producers almost faint. Everybody almost faint because they never thought he was gonna do that, And I thought, okay, so it ended up being a great show, an amazing experience, And I'm so happy, and again, I'm grateful for the opportunity. It's something that have helped me throughout the years to do many projects and things, So
Before we go to Mr. Bruce, that's with you now, Mr. Bruce. I want to show one more of you in a Halloween costume.
Okay. With Martha. Okay. That was another show. There was another show I was invited to the Martha Steward Show. They wanted to do something about Halloween, and those are my 4 chihuahuas at the time, my 4 babies. And we went dressed as the Wizard of Oz. You can see the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, the Lion, Dorothy, and I was the witch. Hey, who's gonna be the witch? I'm the witch. But we had a lot of fun there.
What was Martha like around the animals? I mean, she has a reputation for being very flexible. So how did she react to you and the animals, Martha Stewart?
I mean, you do a show, you had cameras on, and you have to be, polite and nice and with a smile and, very professional. It's not like we're buddies and hanging out and, so it's, it's just a normal job. It's just, normal gig that you do. And when the good thing is when they allow you to speak, when you are invited as a guest where you can bring a message, you see, because I'm going with a message. I'm not just going there just for the fun. I use that as a tool. Again, I use that as a tool to be able to get there, but I'm coming with a message that I'm hoping that because of the quality and the audience that they have, I'm able to reach out to more people and send and spread that message. And hopefully, even if it's one that take it and grab it, I'm happy. But, at least I'm able to do it in platforms that are bigger than where, I can imagine.
Okay, where's Mr. Bruce?
Mr. Bruce is Manhattan. Yeah, you want Mr. Bruce? I don't know.
Yes. I saw it in your hands.
Uh-huh.
It's in your hands, Mr. Bruce. Manhattan. And the reason I'm saying Mr. Bruce.
No. That's not Mr. Bruce. Amoreto. That's not Mr. Bruce. Mr. Bruce is white. This is Amoreto. This is Amoreto. The one that I had before. Amoreto is the one that worked with Jimmy Fallon.
Yes.
The one that Jimmy Fallon is running with because he's stealing.
At the end, yeah.
Amoreto, come here. Come here, Bobby. Come here. This is Amoreto. Okay. Amoreto he has his diaper on, so he doesn't mark around. Amoreto has been with Jimmy Fallon. He has been in a few movies too. Saturday Night Live, modeling different outfits. So yeah, he has his own portfolio.
So the one,
yeah.
So the one who did The Hustler.
The one who did The Hustler. Then let me see if I can call her and will come. Let me see. Because yes. Manhattan. Let me see if she comes. I open the door. Hello, Ruby. Manhattan. Come here, mommy. Come on. Can I get off 1 second to get her? Come on, mommy.
Those are like kids, like people.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
They're so calm. I mean, generally chihuahuas have a reputation of being.
I have 6 chihuahuas. Okay, so this is Manhattan. This is Mr. Bruce. Okay, let me just go.
That's Mr. Bruce.
This is Mr. Bruce.
I want to show a film of Mr. Bruce on action.
Okay, let's see Mr. Bruce.
Oh, who is this?
This is Mr. Bruce.
Oh, Mr. Brucey. What are you doing at the mall?
I take him everywhere with me. I hope that's not a problem.
Not at all.
You get a little ass. You get a little bag. Flyest dog in the neighborhood. Yes.
Wow, was that whole movie about him? That's incredible.
Manhattan plays Bruce, and she is in the whole movie. Yeah.
Oh my God! How?
She's the pet of one of the strippers in the show, in the Hustlers movie.
So how long ago was that?
2013, right?
No. That was 18, 17, 18, somewhere around there. Yeah.
So it's more recent, for sure.
Yeah, no, it's more recent. Yes.
Wow.
Jennifer, I call her Jennifer. Look like if I know her, but I was hoping she would get an Oscar from that because I was gonna be like, my dog is in a movie with an Oscar. Yeah.
Well, I know Jennifer Lopez Godfather.
Huh?
I know Jennifer Lopez Godfather.
Oh,
He used
yes,
to
you
be a
do.
detective. He was a detective where he used to work in Manhattan North Homicide.
Ah,
So I used to work in Washington Heights in the 3-4. So any kind of homicide, he used to show up to work with us. He was a first grade detective.
okay.
A pure professional. I mean, he's incredible, this guy.
Yeah, Mark Anthony's family are also NYPD people.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they are.
So what's you've done so much, Ada? What's the next step? Where do you go from here?
Ay. Well,
I mean,
I don't know. Look, I'm here with you.
I guess you have such a unique job, and I don't even want to call it a job. It's something that you do, and it's yes, it is a job in theory, but what you do is really your passion. Now, do you organize birthday parties also? In other words, if somebody, how does that work? If somebody from New York sees this and they say, you know something, I want to have a birthday party for my dog. How would you come up from Florida? Do you organize it from Florida? Do you have assistants in New York? How does that work?
Well, things have evolved a lot from there. If anybody wants to do a birthday party for their pets, and I'm going to say pet because not just dogs, it's cats, alligators, iguanas, tarantulas, whatever you want to do a party for. I'm happy to help by providing resources to you so you can go and celebrate. And I don't charge anything. I'm very happy on helping others to celebrate their pet and enjoy it. And and to me, acquiring a friend a person that loves animals as much as I do, is how can I say? It's like a grain of rice that I plant, and I know that they're gonna bring the message and they're gonna pass it on, and we're gonna be, and I know I'm gonna have them on my side, and if the moment comes where I need help with an animal that I'm going to rescue or something that I'm going to do, I know that they're going to be there for me. You see? So it's a kind of one hand washes the other, no?
Sure, I understand. But again, if somebody who says, oh, something, I like what Ada has to say, and I'd really like her to help me with this birthday party for my dog, I take it that they would fly you up from Florida. You would be able to come to New York, and then
if they really love their pets and they want to do that, I'll be happy.
I was just trying to think for the.
But usually, I have I right now I have a lot of resources and people that do many events and many other things, and so I am kind of a connector. I put things together. I connect people, and so things can happen. I'm happy to help. Now, I do have my business. Don't take me wrong. I do have my business where I have, outfits, and I have a, craft that I do. Let me see, right?
Oh, wow. What kind of material? Oh, this is a regular teapot.
It's a teapot. I made it, it's signed. So I just raffled it this afternoon for someone. That's why it's outside. But I do many crafts. I do crochet. I do paintings. Look, the outfits that are there, they're hand painted. The fabric is hand painted by me. So, I do many things.
But they're expensive too. You got some expensive. I mean, some goes up to $20,000, right?
I had. Right now, I don't have, but at one point, yes.
Wow.
At one point, yes. And I've been able to dress pets from, let's say, personalities, let's say personalities, and I've been able to work, and I've been, I've done birthday parties for personalities, but in those things you have non-disclosure agreement. Because otherwise nobody wants to hire you. Nobody wants to hire a parrot that goes around talking about who they work and who they work. That's very private, and most of the time they don't like to be mentioned because they're just having fun with their pets, so they don't want to be mentioned. But it's kind of something under the table.
Well, the important thing is that you're busy, you're working. I would imagine now that the Christmas season is, what's the next season that we're going to prepare for?
Halloween.
Now we prepare. Oh, Halloween.
Oh,
that's right. That's right. So have you gotten?
We have Halloween. We have Thanksgiving. We have Christmas. The holidays is the most popular when it comes to dress pets. One, because the weather allows it. Remember, it's colder weather, so you can dress up the animals and embellish a little bit more than is in summer. You see, because outfits are going to differ from the different seasons too. So you're going to look for different fabrics and different designs for the different seasons, just like we do, right? So, but being, starting to have like that, the fall, winter weather allows for the animals to wear, more elaborated pieces and stronger fabrics, and you can see that more. I've been, what can I say, a co-organizer of the Tompkins Square Halloween Dog Parade in New York City. That's an event that has been going for more than 30 years.
Yeah,
I haven't been doing it for 30 years.
Yeah, that's huge. That started out small and now it's national.
Yeah, it's the first Halloween parade of the United States of America, and it's the largest in the nation. Yeah. Every year we have challenges, like everything, we're going through some things right now. I'm hoping that the event happens. The city is getting a little bit tricky when it comes to permit now.
Yeah.
So a lot of permits due to the situation that you guys know that's happening. So, the animals tend to be, kicked to the corner. But we have a nice board that is working very hard and trying to work that out and have it again. But then, that event brings more than 10,000 people to the park.
Wow.
So, and a lot of them, they come all dressed up. They take, and not only did they come dressed up, the amazing thing, something that I love so much about the Tompkins Square Halloween Dog Parade is that people create their costumes.
Yeah, yeah.
And the things that, the imagination of the community, of the people that are creating, is just mind-blowing, okay? It's amazing. And it's definitely something that if you haven't had the opportunity to see, you have to take the moment, at least one time in a year at least. It's like going to the New Year's Eve on Times Square. You have to go to the Halloween Dog Parade to go and see the costumes where the themes are going to be, from the politics at the moment to the celebrities that are happening, or the hottest movie that is happening. I mean, it's just unbelievable. And then after,
so you will be in town for the parade in case people want to meet you, and maybe you could take some orders.
I'm always in town for the parade. I'm always in town. Yes.
So So if you're going to
that is my baby.
Okay. So if somebody wants to meet you and give you some orders, how would they reach you? Because Halloween, we still have some weeks left. But if somebody, when you come to New York, if somebody wants to contact you for design work or to be on the air, is there a phone number, a contact number?
I am the white. I am the white rice of the dog community. I am in every social media, the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, everywhere. I'm everywhere. And then you have my website. Actually, my website is not that one. It's adanieves4pets.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like the one on top. Ada Nieves for Pets.
Exactly, adanieves4pets.com, and then you can go to that website, and you can shoot me an email from there, or through that website you can go and see the different social media pages that I have, that I use as a portfolio, that I use to connect with people, that I use to show, whatever fancies me at the moment.
Well,
yeah. Also, the New York City Chihuahua meetup, we have close to 2,000 members. That's my baby too. It's the beginner, but then the Chihuahua group, being the largest in the nation, started. We started to connect with other states, and now we have like a liaison with different countries and different states with the Chihuahua. So that's why people know me from the Chihuahua world a lot. They see me a lot with the Chihuahuas.
Well,
yes, and then oh my God, there's so many. I'm a advocate for animal rescue. I have 3 rescues that I work very strong with. For many years, I was working with the Mayor's Alliance of New York City Animals, and then they had under their umbrella 150 groups at that time. So the New York Fashion Show was a platform for them to help all these 150 groups. They're all favorites. I love everybody because, I admire that these are the people that, pull up their sleeves and do the dirty work. And you have to admire that. But I have 3 groups that I'm very fond of, let's say. One is Heavenly Angels Animal Rescue in Queens. They have, they're always looking for fosters. Right now they have a doggy that has to go through a surgery. So we are creating some funds for him. But they need funds for the other dogs too. It's just that this is a special case. The other group is Yorkie 911. I am right now collaborating with them. We rescue a dog from Georgia that has some heart issues, a little puppy, 3-month-old puppy that, we were not sure what was going to happen to him, but we were able to transport from Georgia to New York. Heidi Walker, who is the founder of Yorkie 911, was very kind on taking the dog for me and have him evaluated medical. It's going to cost around $6,000 to $9,000. So we're definitely doing a fundraiser for that little puppy, because we are very positive and hopeful that he's going to have a good life ahead and he's going to make somebody happy. And then the other group is Waggy Tail Rescue. That's the Chihuahua rescue group in the city. And of course, I have to, they have a part of my heart. And that's Holly DeRito. And then she goes all around the nation rescuing Chihuahuas and helping them, find a home. And those are just 3 of the groups that I'm very fond of. I have cat rescue groups that I work with, and I have, different animals that I help and they get involved with. So I live in a very animal world.
So sometimes, I know people would say it's better to live in an animal world than a people world.
Well, I think it goes by hand, exactly. The animals make me happy, so I can socialize well with others, human beings, and get along with. But I think that through the love of the animals, people connect better, because the animals make you feel good. It's a therapy, the animal makes you laugh. I don't care how strong and hard you are. The moment if I give you a puppy, you're gonna go like.
But something, we would love to have you on the show again, because you have a lot to say, and you're a lady that not only sews many hats but wears many hats. So with that, Angel, you get the last word.
Yes, thank you. Last name Nieves, and she's wonderful. Listen, it's great. Eh?
A mí no sé.
Oh. So listen, thank you very much. I mean, you do wonderful things. I've seen your dogs in movies and shows, and the way you treat them is like better than children. You know what I mean? Children, no, I don't want to go over there. These guys just come right up to you. And which is this one?
This is Cookie. And
Cookie, look at that.
I was fostering Cookie for Heavenly Angels Animal Rescue, and my husband fell in love when we adopted her.
Wow. So
Yeah.
people, please go to her website, see more videos. She has more videos. Ada Nieves for pets.com.
Yep.
And people, please spay, neuter your pets. And do you know where your pets are?